Namaskar, Ram Ram, Om Namah Shivaya. As we are doing a series of all nine planets in different houses, seven we already done. Now today we are here with the Venus, the planet of beauty. You want beautiful house, beautiful wife, beautiful everything. But how this Venus will give you all these things that you will know by the research of Akashji. Let's welcome him. Akashji, Namaskar.
Namaskar, Rohitji. Yes, so today we are going to talk about Venus and Venus in all 12 houses of any horoscope. So now, Rohitji, first let's understand Venus, that what Venus is and what is the story of birth of Venus. So, Rohitji, in Vedic mythology, as we say, Shukra is considered one of the most important sages and also known as the preceptor of Asuras. That means he's the guru of Asuras. His birth story, dep- there are many stories of birth of Lord Shukra, but one of the very famous story is the story of Kavya Mata, and he's the son of sage Brigu Rishi. He was one of the Sapta Rishis, okay, and he's the third Rishi, as we say. And this is the story where, Kavya Mata, Shukra's mother, was once abducted by a powerful demon named Kavya. In her captivity, she bore a son who named Shukra. So basically, he's the son of Brigu, but actually, when she was pregnant, she was kidnapped by Kavya, a very powerful demon, a female demon, and where she gave birth to Lord Shukra, and Shukracharya later became, very powerful with immense knowledge and spiritual prowess inherited by Lord Brigu, because Brigu Rishi was the most powerful Rishi. In fact, there is a very big legend of Brigu Sahita. Brigu Sahita is the one of the books which is very, very prominent in astrology, and Brigu Rishi was or is called the father of astrology as well. Now here, Rohitji, because Shukra has all the vidyas, but the biggest vidya he had is called Mritya Sanjeevani Mantra. He had a mantra which could rise, which could, get anyone risen from the dead. So that's what's the biggest challenge that the gods faced. The asuras used to go and fight with gods, but when the powerful of asuras used to die, Shukra used to get them up again with his Sanjeevani mantra. So it was a very big challenge, and it was then mastered by Jupiter's son. So that is another story. But Shukra is supposed to be the most powerful being on earth, even more powerful than Brahaspati himself. And at this moment in Kali Yuga, Shukra is the only planet or only deity which can give lot of luxury. Okay, Rohitji. So the three major planets of Kali Yuga are Saturn, are Shukra, and are Rahu. These are the three major planets of Kali Yuga. Now, Rohitji, when Shukra is in the first house, Rohitji, is again our own self. Now, here it means that because Shukra and first house actually rules our body and our physique and how we look. So, in the first house, it means that it makes people very charming and have special appreciation for their beauty. They will be very much focused on their beauty and how they look, how they want themselves to be seen by the outer world. They will not go out in a shabby way. They will always be up to date. They will always be in awe of their beauty. They are the one who actually will also encourage other people to look beautiful or to dress up. Okay, like their beauty, they also enjoy art, music, poetry. They can even become very good artists. They are very spiritual in a way. The first house is yourself, and Shukra being a very spiritual, extremely spiritual planet, they also become very spiritual and they are inclined towards Lord Shiva. A lot of the people who have Shukra in the first house are inclined toward Lord Shiva. They are very expressive, they have beautiful eyes, and they have very beautiful curly hair. So, mostly all the people who have a lot of curly hair, they have some influence of Venus on them, because when we see Venus in sculptures, he also had a lot of curly hair. They are very kind, considerate, and they, if they make friends, they make real friends. If they make gurus, they make real gurus. If they promise something, they really promise. Their promise is something which we can bet on. That kind of promise they make. Now, there is always a negative side. By chance, if Venus is debilitated here or under the influence of any malefic, here it's then it does not make a very good position. It can make individual feel a very bit insecure about their appearance. They might look not so good. They might even be dark in color, but they will still have very good sharp features. They might want everyone to like them and might face delays in marriage, because Shukra also has the seventh aspect, and that aspect goes on your seventh house. In some cases, they might have more than one romantic partner. If Venus is not well placed, by chance it is afflicted by a malefic like Sun, like Mars, you know. So such people are not very faithful to their spouses. They will always have some kind of relationship outside their marriage, or might tend to get into relationships outside their marriage. But that if that is happening, that it's clear that your Venus is afflicted. Okay. So if you have Venus in the first house and have such kind of placement, do comment and let me know. And so there can be more things added to research. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Now, second house, as we know, it is the house of wealth, and it is the house of your speech and your family. Now, when Venus is in the second house, it means that people will have a knack for handling money and tend to be good at earning it. Now, such people earn a lot of luxurious, they earn a lot of money and spend on a lot of luxurious things. They are self-reliant when it comes to finances and accumulate quite bit of wealth. Their family, mostly such people are into family business, and they enjoy spending on things related to art, beauty, and leisure activities. So, when we see Rohitji, this is a billionaire, and this is his hall. He has a lot of arts and painting and all. So, such people who have Venus in the second house spend a lot of money on art and paintings. And whereas people like Elon Musk, they will not spend a lot of money on art and painting because they do not have a very good Venus, right? When Venus is well placed, it brings a sense of peace and balance to their personality, to their speech as well. They will always talk about peace and balance. Now, it is such a contrast of, you know, contrast of Venus's nature, because he's the demon guru. But understand that he is coming from the lineage of Sage Brigu. That means he is also a brahmachari. So no, not a brahmachari. He is also a Brahmin. And where Venus being a Brahmin, his personality first is peace. When he was Daitya Guru, also he used to always advise the asuras to have peace or give peace, sense of peace and balance. And when things were out of control, because he had to take their side, there used to be wars. On the other hand, they say the right things at the right time, which impresses others. They often make money through creative hobbies. Such people can become good actors and good comedians. Remember, if you have a debilitated Venus here in the second house, you become a very good stand-up comedian. However, if Venus is not well placed, if it is sitting with Rahu, or it is sitting with Ketu, it is sitting with Sun, it is sitting with Mars, all the malefics, then it can lead to shallow thinking, greediness. If by chance it is sitting with Rahu here, temptation to acquire money through dishonest means. Such people can also be involved in adultery. That means they can go out of marriage, out of stuff, and be with prostitutes. Or such women also can be with, male prostitutes. So that can happen. If you have Venus in the second house, and if you have such kind of tendencies or such kind of results that you're getting, do comment below and let me know. And those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe and support. Now, third house, Rohitji. Third house, again, it is the house of courage. It is the house. I was reading a very important BHPS, Hora Shastra, some summaries of Hora Shastra, where it is written that whenever we want to see anyone's profession, we have to see the second house, third house, sixth house, and 10th house. And that is how I also look at the profession. I see the most powerful planet, and then I start asking about the profession. So the third house is the house of your personal interest. So your profession could be anything, but your personal interest, the one thing that you need to do, is seen from the third house. So whenever you're doing any consultation with any astrologer, ask them what, like, this is my personal interest, and that will always resonate with your third house. It is also the house of your spending time with your siblings and relatives, or your neighbors, or going to a long distance journey to the favorite places because of the aspect of Venus on the ninth house. Even doing short distance journeys and long distance journeys. And such people are very accommodating. They will accommodate everywhere, even in urban settings like malls, and in natural settings like jungles, or some kind of isolated place. So they will be very much comfortable in both the places. They are the one who can carry themselves very well. Like, talking to a fourth class labor, they will be using their language, and talking to a CXO's level, they will be using their language. So they will be very much adapt. They will adapt to any kind of situations. They have a way with word and aspire to excel intellectuality, particularly in fields like literature and poetry. They're very good articulators. They can write excellent in their life. But as there is positive sides, there are some negative sides. If Venus is negatively influenced in the third house, they might use their communication skills for self-serving reasons. That means they will be very greedy. They will be doing something only for themselves. They might become overly cautious with finances and could face issues related to their ears. Now, third house, remember ears, and Shukracharya has problem with eyes and ears. Okay, so ear problem will be there. They may also one more thing is very prominent here because of Venus placement of Venus here. Okay, and you will gain. If you see the 11th house from Venus, that is the first house. So the gains that you get from Venus are mostly that your hair might become white at a very early age. In fact, even the beard can become white at a very early age. That is the kind of negative effect of Venus. If Venus is badly placed here, and you're not able to understand Venus is good or bad, if you have such kind of problem like getting gray hair at a very early age, that means understand that your Venus is not very prominent and you need to work on it. And how will you work on it? For that, a full birth chart analysis is required. Now, those who have such kind of Venus placement, do comment below and let us know that what kind of results Venus is giving it to you. And those who are watching this video for the first time, do subscribe and support. Now, fourth house, Rohitji. When Venus is in the fourth house, it signifies a deep emotional connection with one's mother. Very important, Rohitji. Fourth house, the house of mother, the house of motherland, the house of real estate, the house of inner peace, the house of contentment. It's in a luxury. What is luxury? Inner peace. When you are sitting quietly with a lot of peace inside, that is luxury. Not having a Gucci or a Prada bag is luxury. These individuals are highly sensitive, often treasuring their early years. They are known for their excellent hosting skills and have homes known for their beautiful and aesthetic and decor. They are like extremely OCD personalities. They will have a lot of OCD. That means they will like a lot of cleanliness. Their house will be perfectly organized. They would want to keep the right things at the right place. In fact, such people come from an affluent family. That means they have a lot of karmas from the past life that has made Venus in the fourth house. So they are born with luxury, and they might also receive financial benefits from their family. On the other hand, if by chance Venus is afflicted here with any malefic, then their devoted effort to please their family might not be fully appreciated. Whatever they do, they will always be, you know, treated like an outcast. If they are married, there could be difficulties in relationships. In fact, there is also very much chance that separation can happen within few years of marriage. It is not like immediately the separation will happen, but Sometimes when we say that separation happened after 10 years, after 8 years, after 17 years, this is how Venus will act here. Because all the sukha or all the peace we want to see or all the comfort we want to see in a marriage is seen like from the placement of Venus. And from here, the fourth placement of Venus, the fourth, for example, if Mars is sitting with Venus here, example, Mars also has the fourth aspect. It will both will aspect or both the placement of Venus in the fourth uh, sign from Venus will be the seventh house, and the fourth sign from Mars will be the seventh house. So such marriage will be destroyed. It also depends that if Jupiter is in the ascendant and aspecting the seventh house, then the marriage will be saved. There could be separation, but the marriage will be saved. So it completely depends on the aspect received by benefics or the aspect received by malefics, that how intense this placement will be. If you have such kind of Venus in the fourth house, do give us more pointers below that what kind of results have you been getting. And those who are watching this video for the first time, do subscribe and do give us feedback and comment so that we can improve in future. For the fifth house, Rohitji, when Venus is in the fifth house, it means that the creativity and enjoyment have strong influence on personal life. Rohitji, this placement also gives insights into financial situation of the father and mother as well. So parents basically. Romantic relationship and affair bring a lot of joy and excitement for this individual. Such people take education very seriously, and there is a factor of luxury in their education. Such people go to Harvard and Oxford and so many places. They have the potential to go there. So they should really focus on that. On the other hand, because this is a prominent place for Venus, such people will have good money flow in their life. Unless Venus is afflicted by a malefic, there is a chance that you will have a lot of problem in money. But honestly, Venus aspecting the 11th house, very good placement of Venus. Sitting in the house of Mahalakshmi, very good placement. He's the prime devotee of Mahalakshmi. So overall, Venus here in benefic sense will give you extremely good education, extremely good finances, extremely good luxurious educational institutions, and so on. Now, Ruji, if now these people have a natural connection with creativity as well as children, and they will be center of attraction. So sometimes we have some kind of a male or a female at in our home where we see that whenever they are present, kids will be after them, around them. Kids will be jumping on them because such people have very good Venus, and wherever they will go, they will be center of attraction. They will be someone who will uh, you know always be looked upon by kids. And if you have such placement, the first child is likely to be a very charming girl. However, if Venus is negatively influenced in the fifth house, it might lead to very flirtatious behavior and a tendency towards illegitimate physical pleasures. You will go very out of place. If you have afflicted Venus here, there can also be chances that you could be a child molester or a person who has very low dignity. If Venus is very afflicted by Rahu or Ketu or Saturn also at some times. In fact, if it is afflicted by Saturn, such people can have tendencies to have relationship with people more than their age, like double their age. That can also be possible if you have Venus afflicted here. If you have such kind of Venus placement in the fifth house, do comment below and let me know. And so that it can add to more of the research. And those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. Now, sixth house, Rohit. Having Venus in the sixth house means these individuals have a natural inclination towards helping others. Venus always, remember, whenever there was any kind of problem in the celestial, Venus was the first person to go and stand. Shukracharya was the first person to go and stand and help other people. So you will have such kind of inheritance in your energy as well. A strong determination of service or to be of service. Humble, you're very humble, easygoing, earning, you earn a lot of respect from your colleagues. You might not earn a lot of money, but you might earn a lot of respect from your colleagues. You have a unique style, and in fact, on the other hand, uh, earning, you have talent of arts, which can lead to success if pursued. Like you can be a very good painter or artist or have very good handwriting. You can add luxury to any kind of simple things also. Like such people are very good artists who can make something very beautiful out of a thermocol, or something very beautiful arts at home. You have a unique style and personality that evolves over time, and they're dedicated to maintaining their health and appearance through exercise and balanced diet, because sixth house is the house of routine and such people want to look good. Whenever Venus will be transiting in the sixth house of everyone in the world, such people will actually start, doing lot of things related to their diet, their routine. You will enjoy being a part of art and creative scene, even if you're not directly involved with it. If there is an art show happening, you will be the first one to take the tickets and go there, even if you are not an artist, but you will have respect for them. On the other hand, if Venus is negatively influenced in the sixth house, it might lead to issues related to the eyes and teeth. Okay, eyes, especially because of the aspect on the 12th house, your right eye will be in trouble, as well as there would be imbalances in kapha and vata dosha. Diabetes and impotence is also seen if you have ill placed Venus. Now, Venus sitting here with any malefic, like for example, if it's sitting with Saturn here, you can get little bit of impotency because of Saturn. It delays anything. It will delay childbirth. It will delay everything that is related to Venus here. So if you have such kind of Venus here in the sixth house, there should be a very special way for activating it also. So for that, we will need to see your chart in full detail. On the other hand, if you have good more research points, you can comment below and let me know. And those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe and do give your valuable feedback. Venus in the seventh house, Ruchi. Now, seventh house Venus is considered very fortunate. It is the best ever placement for Venus because it is the Karaka of marriage. That is why it is fortunate when it comes to marriage. The placement suggests that they are likely to have charming, financially stable, and attractive spouse whose temperament is well matched with theirs. So it is like you have done very good karma in your past life that you have Venus here. That's why you have a very charming wife and everything is good. Now, on the other side, having Venus in the seventh house is favorable for business partnerships as well, as their partners are also likely to be close friends and trusted confidants. So overall, Venus placement in the seventh house can be extremely good, extremely good, unless it is negatively influenced. It may lead to business partner who is lazy and lacks good manners. In fact, good ethics also. In such cases, there might be signs of immorality in the native, and the spouse could face health issues. In case Venus is afflicted with Rahu or Ketu, it can lead to divorce or early death of the spouse. Special remedies required in such cases, even if it is with Mars. It becomes a Manglik chart then. Then also you can have an early death of the spouse, and very special remedies are required. If you have Venus placement here in the seventh house, do let me know and comment below that what kind of results Venus is giving to you. Is it afflicted? Is it not afflicted? If it is benefic, what kind of more benefic results are you getting in your life in terms of your status as well? Because it is a 10th from the 10th. So Venus will give you status. Such people become editors, or such become a lot of they work with beauty. They get good designations in any kind of fashion beauty industry that is completely related to Venus here. They will want to be writing a lot of articles. They will be always connected with fashion, jewelry, that kind of things can be seen, those who have Venus in this placement. So do comment below, and those who are new, please subscribe. Now, when Venus is in the eighth house, it suggests that the partner is likely to be financially astute and comfortable. However, if Venus is negatively influencing the eighth house, it might lead to laziness and lack of responsibility in the native. In such cases, the love life might lack happiness. Isolation from social circles can also appear. In some cases, if the aspect on the second house is an enemy sign, then falsehood in personal nature and speech is also predicted, Rohitji. Now, because second house is the house of speech, and eighth house is the house of hidden desires. So such people can have lot of secrets, and they can become lot of, if the Venus is afflicted here, they can become a very false person. Like they can always speak false and try to manipulate things. Now, such people understand Venus. What we have to understand, the basic nature of Venus. Venus was always around demons. So he is always around black magic and such kind of things which involves a lot of dark mystery. So many people who have Venus in this house will always use the help of tantrics, tantra. If you have any kind of family member who has Venus here in the eighth house, remember, if Venus is by chance with Rahu, such people are gonna go to black magicians and black magic. They will do a lot of black magic on other people in your family in so many other ways. They will be very much interested in topics related to dark energy and sciences. They're attracted to partners who bring an element of mystery, erotism, and financial stability. They are very insecure people. Such people who have Venus in the eighth house are insecure. They want other people's money. They want a lot of shared resources. They want that they should get everything in inheritance. If you have a brother or a sister in such a way, they will become very cunning. They will want all the inheritance from the family. They exude a charming aura, and people are often intrigued by their mysterious appeal. They will be very well gathered. They will always be gathered by many people around them, but that again is very mysterious. It can be either for a very good reason or a bad reason. Sometimes we look at a woman or a man and we say that this woman looks very mysterious. Such people may have influence of Venus either on the eighth house. Either Venus will be in the second house aspecting the eighth house, or sitting in the eighth house aspecting the second house. They will even say something with lot of mysterious. And when later on, when everyone who's learning astrology starts knowing the characters of the planets in different houses, they can even see, they can even do not, by not seeing the chart also, they can even immediately make assumptions about other people and what kind of planetary placement they might have. So Mr. K.N. Rao, he said that when his mother was in a very stage of bliss and stage of very high, after experience of almost 40, 50 years, she should not take the chart also. She would just see the person and say, oh, you have this placement, this placement. And when they used to see the chart, it could be the exact ascendant, exact placement of planets. So this is how, you know, legends work. Now, here also another thing which is important is that if Venus is afflicted in the eighth house, there could be a risk of financial difficulties and even bankruptcy for the native. If it is badly placed, such people can be victim of sexual abuse as well. Such people can be victims of sexual abuse, and on the other hand, might have extreme sexual drive and may drive other people crazy, or may become fanatics. So that is also a possibility. If you have Venus in the eighth house and have any such kind of influences on your life, do comment below and let me know. If you do not feel comfortable to let me know in the comment, you can also email. So it will be very private and confidential and not be shared with anyone, just for research purposes. So ninth house, individual with Venus in the ninth house have a very strong inclination towards travel and exploration. Such people are explorers. They are drawn to exotic places that offer them insights into unfamiliar cultures, music and fine arts. Such people also become a very big social media personality because of the aspect of Venus on the third house of social media. The seventh aspect, they make a certain relationship with social media, that as soon as they are on social media, they are already, they are um, they're surrounded by a lot of fans. Now here, interracial marriages is a very big part of people who have Venus in the ninth house, because such people are explorers. They might meet their loved ones in a journey. That is what it is. They might meet someone in a journey. Now that journey can be the journey in their in an aeroplane, in some kind of a train, in some kind of a bus, but they will find such kind of people, may find someone from the different caste, creed, religion, everything. That is what is very much possible. And here the placement also makes a very important significance of father. Ninth house is the house of father, and the 10th house is the house of gains from father. Here, the father of the native may act like a guru. However, if Venus is negatively affected in the ninth house, it might lead to a tendency to avoid responsibilities and less stable academic career. In fact, they are bereft of education or might leave education abruptly, and that is again higher education. They might leave it in between that, okay, no, I just don't want to do it. Or they might be, if Venus is well placed, they might do degrees on degrees, but it will be of no use. Spirituality is the degree they should achieve here because ninth house is the house of dharma and the punya that you will acquire in this life. Now, such people will also engage in a very enjoying discussion about religion and philosophy. However, if Venus is afflicted in this placement, it could lead like challenges like dyslexia, vision problems, and hormonal imbalance with a major chance of men for ED. Erectile dysfunction can also happen. So such people should all activate their Venus and do a lot of Venus remedies which are available. And for that, a major, a very important birth chart analysis is required if you have such kind of placement. Now, those who have such kind of placement and would like to share their experiences either in discreet way or either in public way, they can comment below or email as per their convenience. And those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe so that you can also see all the other planets in different houses and give us feedback about them. Now, 10th house, the Karmastan. Now, here Venus, who have Venus in the 10th house, tend to be very cheerful and possess very magnetic personality. They often find themselves at the center of attention in both workplace and social gatherings. They're inner. They're very. They're people who are inner. They are at peace with themselves. Their positivity and easygoing nature makes them well liked, and their traits often leads to great opportunities. Such people become very good in terms of career. They can become like very likable in their workplace and achieve a bigger, higher authoritative post or authoritative role in a very young age. People with Venus in the 10th house typically share a strong, close bond with their fathers. Despite it being an unusual combination, they have deep interest in debates, music, and politics. 10th house is they will not go into politics, they will not go into music, but they will be like, just I'll give you an example. Like, if you know Got Talent series of America and Britain, you will see Simon Cowell. He has a great interest in music and politics, in fact debates also. But the thing is that he's sitting as a judge. He's neither a musician, neither a politician, neither a neither a what we say um, neither someone a journalist. He's just someone who's a kingmaker. Such people become kingmaker. They have the eye. Remember, they have the eye to look at other people's potential, and they can refine. Such people become very good human. If Mercury is with Venus, they become very good human resources. If Mars is with Venus, they can very good recruiters in army, or they can become very good army personalities. If Saturn is here, they can become very good businessmen. If Rahu is here, they can become very good politicians. So it completely depends on the association of Venus here. Now, by chance, if it is negatively influenced by if sitting by Sun with Saturn, it may lead to disruptions in public image. In some cases, these individuals might use their talents for personal gain, like politics. They will be very talented in politics, but they will use it for personal gain by looting your money. It will be looked as a very selfish. Such people are cunning also and selfish also. So do not feel that who if you have Venus in the 10th house and it is afflicted, that you are not cunning, you are just you're always suffering. No, you go deep down and ask yourself, because you cannot cheat yourself. You can cheat other person, but you cannot cheat yourself. You will say that you are having some kind of selfish behavior where you always lead to only think about yourself. In case if such placement is there and it is very badly afflicted by Rahu, such people can also, it can lead to prostitution as well as other erotic professions in male and female both. Also, another thing, if it is afflicted by Mercury, such people might tend to become bisexual. They can go to both the sexes, and can also do again prostitution in bisexual way. So if you have Venus in the 10th house, do comment and let us know that what kind of results it is giving to you. Those who want to share discrete information can share on email so that it's only checked by me, no one else from my team as well. So for personal consultation, you can, and those who are new, please subscribe. Now, 11th house, this is an ideal placement, OG, for Venus because Venus is the planet of social life. Venus is the planet of luxury. Venus is the planet of achieving your bigger goals. Now, here, if Venus is sitting here, it means that social circle a person is like, it is like very likely that a person is part of a very big social circle. Now, with this placement, you tend to be gracious and kind hearted. They're highly extrovert, like they will go out of way, out of place. Such people are the one in the party. If you have someone very loud and always speaking up and having fun, such people have Venus in the 11th house. They have natural talent of, forming quick and meaningful friendships. Immediately they will become a friend. You will say, oh, we made friends with you and we felt like we are friends for like last 10 years. Such have Venus in this. They have magnetic personality. And if there is a male who has such kind, if there is a female, they will immediately connect with the other sex, other male or female. They will immediately make friends, and like friends which you may even meet them for the first time, but you may rely on them, like you may talk to them. They will always entertain you. Now, this kind of nature of being active in social life and magnetic personality can lead to financial gains. Such people become good insurance agents, good realtors, real estate people. They are so sweet spoken. You are so sweet spoken that you can have a lot of financial gains through your speaking. Your education is, your education is more practical than theoretical. You might be a college dropout, you might be a person who did not attend anything, but you might be spending time with Harvard graduates or with Oxford University professors. That kind of placement, or I'm just giving that you might be spending your time with very affluent group of people. Now, here, if by chance Venus is influenced, negatively, you have to be such people have to be cautious about their social interaction because whatever they will try to say or bring out in the universe, it could lead to undesirable outcomes only. If Venus is afflicted by Ketu, they can become very extremely introvert here, or with Saturn also, and they have a big time stage fear. They will not be able to speak up, even if they want ketchup in McDonald's. They will be not be able to ask for ketchup as well. They will say, "Hey, you please go and ask for ketchup, na please," because they have fear in them. In other cases, it will be very difficult for them to achieve goals or even express love to others. They will not be able to propose anyone. You see the aspect of Venus also on the seventh house. For example, if Venus is exalted here, okay, it will still have a negative aspect on the fifth house, and which is the house of love and romance. So you may do very good in social life and in your job or business, but not be able to be very expressive in terms of love and relationships. That's why your partner might feel that you are ignorant. You ignore them. And if you have that kind of placement also, it means that you will, even if Venus is exalted, you will go into arranged marriage kind of situation, and you will not be comfortable. Your partner will not be comfortable. They will always demand more. They will say that socially, whenever you are around other people, you are so active and you are so chirpy, but when you come to the house and when you are with me, you are of no use. You do not even want to talk. So such people may face such kind of situations. If you have Venus in the 11th house and are facing such kind of situation, do comment and let me know so that there can be more data added to research. Those who want to be discreet and do not want to say something publicly, you can email so that I am the one who checks the email always, and only I have the access to that, and I will not be using your name. It will be very discreet. So those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe as well. Now, Rohit, 12th house, Venus again. 12th house of spirituality, right? Now, whenever we have Venus in the 12th house, it seems that person will be more introspective and may prefer solitude. They might have a lot of hidden interest or affairs. that has been kept away from public eye. So they are married, but they will have a affair with another woman who is just like their wife. She might be also married, or such women might have some kind of a person in their life who may be married, but they would be having very discreet and very kind of um, relationship which is very secret. Whenever I see Rohitji Venus in the 12th house and if it's afflicted, I ask them this question that do you have any kind of secret affair? And I said them, even if you can talk to me after the recording ended so that it is not on record that you will feel scared about it. And 99% of people with Venus placement here, little negatively affected by Rahu or by Moon, also Moon. Such people show a lot of things related to any kind of out of marriage or out of what we say unethical relationship, but they feel that this is very ethical and I am very much sorted, and this is the kind of relationship I always wanted. My husband does not, my wife does not care for me, but the other person on the other hand cares for me a lot. Now, here they are very shy and reserved. So, such people are extremely introverts. But on the other hand, they are drawn to anything that carries on air mystery and artistic expression. They are completely, they will read all the J.K. Rowling novels on the first day. They are very person who needs a lot of mystery around them. They are gossipers, they are gossip mongers. They will always go and gossip. They want to listen to gossip. They will not say anything. They will not talk about their any secrets they know, but they will always want to listen and gather secrets in their mind. There is a certain kind of a um, satisfaction people with Venus in the 12th house get when they see that, oh, we have some kind of a news about this. They have news of all the people around them. These individuals are naturally gifted artists and possess creative brilliance, but they often keep their talent concealed. They are very hidden in there. They will be extremely good painters or they will do very, very good sketch artists, but they will not reveal it to the world. They are, in fact, sometimes they are so unassuming that they might even not realize their own potential, their own magnetism, charm, and charisma. They will always be, they will always feel undervalued. If by chance it is very negatively influenced in the 12th house, it can lead to feelings of isolation, increased expenses, suicidal thoughts, and even potentially can challenge their cumulative and potentially even challenge that culminate in significant changes. This culminate and culminate is so um, similar. But yes, overall, Venus in the 12th house, if not good, leads to isolation, leads to death like um, near death experiences. Such people can also have very near death. They can see death from this close, like 1 inch, and then they can be saved because Venus is always life giving. Remember, Shukra is the planet that gives you life. Shukra is associated with life. Anyone in this world is anyone who comes to this world is through Shukra and only Shukra, no one else. That is the male sperm and the female ovum is nothing but Shukra. It's called Shukranu, the ansh of Shukra. That is what it is. So if you have Shukra in the 12th house and if you have such kind of placement, do comment below and let me know. Those who want to be discreet can also email. Those who are in situations where they are outside marriage and some kind of situation where they're in catch 22 situation, that what do they do? How do they overcome this? You can email and let me know then so that your information will be discreet and only I have the access to emails, no one else. For WhatsApp, everyone, all my team members have access because there are more than 400 messages a day. So this is for Venus in the 12th house. If you're watching this for the first time, do subscribe and let me know your feedback. Rohit ji.
Thank you very much. And today you said very important thing that K.N. Rao sir always said that this is a first responsibility of astrologer to keep secrecy of his or her client. So I think this is always you follow, because as you told that nobody has access to your things by which people communicate with you. Only you can know their problems and everything. So this is how an astrologer works. So I request you all to please subscribe the channel, to share the video, and those who want a personal consultation, details on the screen, mail ID or WhatsApp number. they can always send details and have a video consultation, one-on-one consultation with Akashji. And those who are very impressed and praised very much in comments and in mood of learning astrology, they have now golden chance that Akash is starting classes from 16th of September for beginners. From very beginning, he will teach you astrology with all his knowledge, with all his practical knowledge he gained. And those who want a career consultation or a marriage consultation, this is also an important time, because career consultation and marriage consultation always recommended, because these are the two life changing events. If they will get right first time, you will be always happy, and if they get wrong, always will be sad situation. So thank you very much. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, and giving your blessings. Thank you, Akashji. And the one announcement which I forgot: those who will enroll for the astrology class before 16 September, they will also get a free consultation with Akashji. This is a gift for the family members. Thank you, Akashji, for your research and all your knowledge. Thank you very much. We will meet
Thank you.
you in another video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram. Jai Hanuman.